I thought long and hard about this, and going straight into the NERA report, whether or not I should just take the gloves off. Ben handed me his statement that he's going to give after all of us speak, and it's clear he's going to take his off, so why don't we just jump right in. There are some major concerns with the NERA report, and I put them in 3 buckets. 1 is the process, 2 the assumptions, and 3 the results. Let's talk about the process. There was a complete lack of transparency when the study was conducted, who was conducting the study, and when it was awarded. There was no peer review conducted at all on the report. There's a full set of modeling results that's generated from these type of models. We have practically the same model at CRA, and I can tell you that there are just reams of data and insight that is produced from this type of analysis, and only a minute fraction was actually handed over to DOE and given to the public. Let's look at the assumptions. 2 big important assumptions in terms of exporting LNG, and those are to Asian markets. First, NERA overestimated the LNG value chain cost by a factor of 2. In the back of the presentation that I brought today, some of you might have, I've outlined how that breakdown is computed. We also have an overestimate of the price elasticity of demand of Asian importers. We've seen prices rise over the last 5 to 7 years, and they just keep taking LNG. Third, NERA used an averaging process to look at energy-intensive industries. By doing so, they muted the impact on gas-sensitive industries, which are a major portion of employment and economic value in the United States. I also have a table in the appendix that you can flip to as well that shows the breakdown of employment and economic benefit and energy use in the chemical sector versus other energy-intensive sectors. The results. The net benefit in GDP is from resource income and net transfers. Basically, if you hold equity in natural gas, you win. But if you, in the form of labor and capital and indirect taxes, you lose. So there's an outweighing effect there. Wages decrease in 75% of the economic sectors that NERA reports. These are not compelling in terms of looking at the public interest. The United States will only export in extreme scenarios. That's what NERA finds. Only when there's an international supply and or demand shock. So I assume all the investors that are lining up for LNG exports right now are frittering away their money and wasting their time because we are in an extreme scenario of supply and demand shock.
What I'm going to say will probably be a surprise because what I just heard was not what I understood I was invited to participate in at this session. I thought we were going to have an interchange on the analysis, and what I've just heard is simply an attack on the analysis, well, I thought we were going to be debating the analysis, not hearing a presentation of Dow Chemical's point of view on why it should be receiving more of the rents from natural gas production in the United States than the market would normally assign. We used the right models. We used a model of global trade which incorporates supply and demand for natural gas, which includes transportation costs, which, by the way, we did base on the open literature. I couldn't find in the CRA report what they claimed the open literature was that they were citing. And we used a comprehensive computable general equilibrium model of the U.S. economy, which in its fundamentals has been peer-reviewed many times, which captures all of the things that I was saying. By using the right model, I do not mean using the model that gives you the results that you or your client want. I mean the model that captures all of the important essential features of the problem that you're looking at. These are the two kinds of models that need to be used in order to do that. Not partial equilibrium models, not even energy sector models with a macro kind of GDP equation grafted on the top, but something which actually looks centrally at the issues of trade, substitution among industries, how economic growth takes place. What we found was across all the scenarios, we had net economic benefits to the U.S. from allowing LNG exports. In each scenario, net benefits to the U.S. increased as more exports are allowed.